IGN gave a 10 out of 10 to its latest game. What is this? It's called Mixtape. Yeah, I can look at this. Mixtape. What is this? It's a 10?
True nostalgia isn't the replication of a specific place or time, but of a feeling. It's those flashes of emotion that transport us back into memories that have long sat dormant. I was born too late to be a teenager in the 90s, and believe it or not, with this accent, I grew up thousands of miles away from the schools of Northern California. I've barely stepped on a skateboard outside of a few scraped knees in the summer of 2003, but none of that matters, and Mixtape knows this. Australian developer Beethoven and Dinosaur fills each and every moment of its coming-of-age tale with incredible music, perfectly hand-picked to set the tone for its free-flowing chapters in a way only nostalgia can. As original as it is reverential, it's a masterfully constructed dose of new memories hinged brilliantly on how they remind us of our own. The coming-of-age story is perhaps my favourite framework in all of fiction. That longing for a time I didn't live in and being given a chance to hang out with friends who never knew me are sensations I find myself coming back to often. This is far from the first video game to tackle the concept, of course, but it might just be the first one to have nailed a tonal balance that hits just right for me. I've tried to enjoy the Life is Strange series more than once, but I've just found its dialogue a little too corny for my liking to fully get into. Mixtape, on the other hand, feels more rooted in how actual people talk and is all the better for it. Sweet without being saccharine, thoughtful but never forced, and always funny.
There have been noise complaints.
Okay.
The story centres on Stacey Rockford and her group of friends as they look to make the most of their last day together and reminisce about past adventures before she skips town to chase her dreams in New York. You aren't given choices here, but experience these fully formed characters.
I think that we should make being a millennial against the law. I think that's the only option we have left. I don't know what else we can do. This is... I mean...
hijinks and heartaches, warts and all, and they feel all the more realistic for it. That's not to say their recollection of these adventures isn't laced with flights of fantasy though, as they've clearly been embellished in Rockford's mind, allowing each to be presented with lashings of style as if they were playable music videos. There's a great sense of spectacle later on that I wouldn't dare spoil, but I'm going to show you a couple of little clips here of the sort of thing you'll be getting up to earlier on, including like a trippy softball session and a police raid of a house party that you escape by hurtling downhill in a shopping cart. And these are all soundtracked by some brilliant songs, none of which I can sadly play for you here because YouTube won't like that, but trust me, the playlist is incredible.
It's a 3-hour game. Should I play it? Secret handshake? Holy fuck. Holy.
And music is kind of a big theme of Beethoven and Dinosaur's games. If you played their debut, The Artful Escape, you'd know that it used psychedelic metaphor to tell a tale of self-expression.
Psychedelic metaphor to tell a tale of self-expression? Yeah, we need to make being a millennial against the law, and all the theater kids need to be put in like a re-education camp. You can either go into finance or you can go into welding. And if you don't, you're put on manual labor for the rest of your life. I don't know what else we can do. Like, this is such a huge problem that I don't know what to say. This is scary. I'm worried.
though, is far more grounded in its exploration of friendship and how those closest to us help us grow. It's a story that won't necessarily surprise, but will comfort, and is often hilarious. It's like those aimless afternoons you spend with friends without any specific goal for what the day had in store, but you'd always end up learning something new about them, whether they'd want to reveal it or not. Obviously, those unlocked memories aren't yours, they're Rockford's. But these memories are just so well observed that they come across as universal, as if they could be ripped straight from your teenage Facebook or MySpace page if you're getting on a bit.
Yeah, by your MySpace page. Like it's for fucking this Facebook or MySpace. Like this is so millennial coded. This is insane. Holy, this
like
is
me.
This
In many
is
ways,
stressing
it's
me out,
best
bro.
to treat mixtape, well, like a mixtape, with no knowledge of where it will go next, beyond a trust placed
Please play
in
this.
the
I feel like I
creator.
have to.
There's no interest in
I feel like I'm
failed
gonna have to
states
play
or
this
high
game.
score chasing here, instead prioritizing existing in and enjoying the moment. It's simple
Like
mechanics.
people didn't do that really. Like you didn't do that really. I mean, I feel like maybe it happened once or twice, but like that wasn't really even a thing. Like this is the thing is like this kid is like too young to understand. That's not even really what happened. I didn't. I never knew anybody. It's in movies, yeah. You egg cars, like it's just
Match it
egging was
simpler
more common.
times,
Yeah.
with each twist aiming to elicit a fresh
Way more
emotion
common.
through interactivity in
Oh
a
my
way
God.
that only video games can. That can be as simple as hitting a series of buttons to headbang in rhythm to Silver
I really wish that we could have a game that was made like this, that was made by people that grew up and had friends. Can you imagine how good that game could be? And it like wasn't like a weird loser. Dude, it would be so badass.
Chairs Freak,
Shit, it's the cops.
And the Spider, I don't know. Fund it? Yeah.
Are they gone?
or just having a good time designing your own slushies.
I will admit, okay, to be fair, we did do that one time. A cop shined their light on us, and we thought that if we looked forward and we didn't look at the cop, he wouldn't arrest us. To be fair, we did do that. Actually, twice.
From a selection of flavours. Some, though, are a little more
Yeah,
out there,
okay.
such as the recollection of Rockford's First Kiss, where with each analog stick you control
my
a tongue
fucking
and
God.
awkwardly have to navigate a set of brace-filled teeth until mercifully a button pops up at the bottom that says, "That's enough." It's funny, it's gross, but, you know, I pressed that button as soon as I could. Each memory sequence spawns from a key
Estrogen maxing? Yeah, bro, like, God, dude.
mixtape found around the world that smartly serves as the key to unlocking cherished memories.
Oh,
In this
bro.
regard, mixtape is somewhat similar to What Remains of Edith Finch, although I'd never say
Nobody had boards like that. Nobody had a skateboard. The only people that had a skateboard like that were like 8-year-olds that you would throw rocks at. Like anybody that was actually skating, nobody, like at least here in Austin, Texas, I've never seen a single one like that. Like everybody had just your traditional board. That was it. It's from like the 80s or something. Like I don't remember that at all.
carries anywhere near the same amount of emotional weight as Giant Sparrow's
Wait, yeah, what the
masterpiece,
fuck?
instead sidelining deep-rooted familial trauma for a focus on youthful joy. Any replay value is found in wanting to revisit these short pockets of fun. They won't change, nor will the relationships or conversations within them, but
my
familiarity is at the core of nostalgia, and I can see myself treating mixtape like one of those comfort films you pop on every couple of years.
God.
You know what's going to happen, so the surprise factor is gone, but spending time with these characters whose lives are only a
Yeah, I have that like with Pulp Fiction or Inglourious Bastards or V for Vendetta or Children of Men or Lord of the Rings, Gladiator, right? This?
few hours
Bro,
long
like-
is still valuable. That's
Bro.
probably why I've already played through its roughly 3-hour campaign 3 times already.
Oh, it's only 3
What are we
hours?
doing?
Yeah, I'd try this.
Hanging out, getting buzzed.
Even he said it.
I've got to get out of this place.
I could play this shit.
Best friends Slater and Cassandra are excellent foils to Rockford too, with an instant sense that these three have been a close-knit group instantly delivered via quick hit, sarcasm-fueled jabs, and the sort of goofy noises spilling out of their mouths that only occur when you feel completely comfortable around someone. The writing and performances really do come across as just almost effortlessly natural, which is such a difficult thing to accomplish. Cassandra in particular has some standout scenes and ended up being my favourite of the bunch, even if some aspects of her character change a little too abruptly to be 100% believable at certain parts in the story.
I'm bored. I'm too young to be this bored. You want to get blackout drunk in a field? I can't.
But the star of the show arguably is the music. Rockford herself is an aspiring Hollywood music supervisor, and as such, pop songs from the early 90s and decades before propel much of the adventure. Big artists are here, but not always alongside their biggest hits. It's a nice touch, as if someone like Rockford, a music connoisseur who dreams of a profession centered on unearthing audio gold to match a mood, has curated the soundtrack. I particularly enjoy the way you can walk around and get her to comment and give analysis on some songs, like some sort of Patrick Bateman with far less violent intentions.
Portishead's debut album, Dummy. A must-have. Cinematic, ambitious, ahead of its time. Just like me.
The opening skate to Devo's That's Good is the perfect high-energy pace setter, whereas the scuzzy Love by the Smashing Pumpkins provides a fantastic backdrop for some explosive angst.
This is just this is crazy. This is really... I think I'm going to have to play this. I'm going to have to play it. This is... Somebody has to put these theater kids in their place. Somebody has to put them where they belong. And it's going to have to be me. I'm going to play this tomorrow. I'm going to play it tomorrow. I'm going to download it, play it tomorrow. Plot twist, he's going to love it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe right now I'm just being an asshole. And because I think this, like, here's what it looks like to me. It looks like life imitating art, imitating life, of an example of, like, people that are trying to relive an experience they never had. And because they're kind of, like, I think a lot of the people that make games like this are, like, weirdo losers. They're not able to, like, really capture the visceral feeling of it. And so they have to go off of, like, tropes. Like, for an example, the skateboard, or like TPing the house, and, like, you know, being at the mall, skateboarding in the mall. There's like a core essence, and I guess people grow up, they have different experiences, right? But I feel like this is mainly this is basically like a game of telephone, and it's being reduced to the Hollywood highlights. You see what I'm saying? Like,
not sure I felt a game connects so intrinsically to its music in such a charming way.
That's just
since
me.
Asmongold's Sayonara Wild Hearts. And
only
I
an
couldn't
Ink Slop
get
is
enough.
better.
It consistently hits a delightful cross-section of games, music, and movies. From Dazed and Confused to Ladybird, it reminds me of some of my favourite coming-of-age stories, without ever feeling like pastiches of them.
Yeah.
Mixtape does this elegantly and with a genuine love for the genre its creators clearly hold close. As Beethoven and Dinosaur itself comes of age with its sophomore effort. But it isn't just tonally looking towards cinema. It plays with the form, in turn becoming a mixed media wonderland of a video game. There's the glorious, painstakingly handcrafted Spider-Verse-esque animation that enraptures at a glance.
It makes me so mad,
use
bro.
Of grainy live-action
Everything
stock
makes
footage,
me so mad.
music video-like editing ribbons,
I'm getting so mad, bro.
It's not afraid to experiment and
I don't
nerd
know
out
why
when it comes
this
to
makes me
stamping
so
different
mad.
styles on different scenes, and is all the better for it, keeping things constantly fresh. Look, I was always going to be a
Narcissist nostalgia,
as a
work
coming-of-age
dream.
movie lover with an ear often lent to the guitar music of decades past, and someone who likes to indulge in the bittersweet sensation of melancholy, it's as if Beethoven and Dinosaur made this just for me. I mean, it even references David Shire's unused Apocalypse
Remember what
Now
I've said before in a lot of these instances where it was people that, you know, they couldn't make the cut to be film critics or cinema critics or music critics. And so they're video game critics, but they're trying to manifest that into the higher cultural valued level of being one of the other ones. I think this is like the perfect fucking example of that. It's like your shitty little story couldn't get made into a movie, and so you made it into a video game. 100%, like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, this shit, no, because there's a whole industry around this that makes me mad. Like, it's not just this that makes me mad. There's other things that make me mad too.
Score in an early
So
scene.
many things that make me
I can't
mad.
help but fear I've been actively spied on. But the beauty of mixtape is that you don't need to be exactly the type of person it's for to get a lot out
Cortisol
of it.
level
Much
spike?
like nostalgia, it
No,
brings out
it's just
feelings
stress.
you may have
It's
long
just- it's
forgotten
just sad.
through faces and songs you may have never seen or heard before, but which bring familiar, faded emotions with them all the same. It reminds me of times I once enjoyed, but in hindsight, wish I'd held dearer in the moment. It's a mistake I didn't let happen again with mixtape, as I savoured each and every minute, all the way to its final, powerful button press.
Oh, this section. This is what I'm talking about.
Nostalgia is a bittersweet feeling, but one we can't help but fall into the clutches of, whether by choice or not. It's a sensation immaculately captured by mixtape, a soulful journey that creates new memories you felt like you've had for years at every turn. Each song choice is perfectly matched to the novel vignette it backs, delivering a new fleeting joy with every chapter as surprising gameplay twists are woven throughout its funny yet touching campaign. A musical delight from start to finish, mixtape sets a new standard for coming-of-age stories and video games, and does so with a masterful
A
sense
10
of style.
out of 10.
Reviews director Tom Marks here with Simon Carty, our reviewer for Mixtape, to talk a little bit more about that very big number that just showed up at the end of the video. If you've probably
You're going to
seen
give it
Simon
a 10 out of 10. You're going to give this game a 10.
he reviewed Death Stranding 2 for us, Astrobot, Overwatch.
Gave Crimson Desert a 6.
The 1 and 2, Horizon Forbidden West, a bunch of stuff. Carty, this is your fourth 10, I believe, over your long tenure at IGN.
Yes.
But
Guys, somebody has to put a stop to this. The amount of performative, like, theater kids that are involved in media nowadays is so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. I'm so tired of it. Makes me so fucking annoyed. And I know that I'm probably overreacting, but I'm making up for the other times that I didn't react. Rage bait just for me. Yeah, this is like you make rage bait just for me. And like what I'm saying is like I think that the reason why they're all rating this so highly is because it's this artsy musical experience. And it's like what I've said before about how the things that these people care about for video games, people that play video games don't give a shit about. So there's these overvaluations of musical score and, you know, ludonarrative dissonance. You have the, continuity, the plot of the story. I don't know what the fuck. Crimson Desert. What the fuck is why the fuck how'd they bring him back to, what the fuck? I don't know. And then you fight some big thing in the air. Where the hell did he come from? I don't know. The game was amazing. So, he did say he was from California. Oh. Oh, but okay. Never mind. Okay, so they're also rating it highly because critical reviews of the game on YouTube get taken down due to copyrighted music of the game. They think they're immune to bad reviews of it. Well, they didn't show the music. I don't think that's the reason why. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, though. It's not critics only, though. All right. I'm going to try it out. And see it for myself because I certainly don't feel that way. It doesn't feel that way to me at all. So it seems like a silly game. And I feel like really now I want to know what the truth is. I want to know what the truth is. I want to know if it's actually any good or not. Because if it is good, then I get a good game. And if it's not, then, I guess I was right about everything.